Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Margaret Being Margaret. I'm doing a makeup video today because I got a new eyebrow pencil that I want to try. But for those of you who subscribe to the channel and follow it, stay at the end because there's a small bonus clip for you. So here comes the glamour. Good morning. Welcome to Margaret Being Margaret. It's a makeup day for two reasons. One, I'm going grocery shopping, surprise, surprise. Two, we're trying out a new eyebrow pencil. But you know, easiest way to do my fine hair that won't keep a curl. Take big sections, do it with a curling iron, and then just throw it in the Velcro rollers. No big deal, no real rhyme or reason. And I leave it in until this is all cool. Have my new glasses. My old ones broke and they discontinued the orangey color. So I might buy another pair or two of these before they discontinue these too, because I like this style. Anyway, this is going to be a longer version of the short commercial version. So you'll see the shorter version. Don't get mad that you're seeing it twice, because I'm going to color it all down for the commercial version. And it's going to be more or less a real little commercial that they'll use again and again if I don't screw this up. Coffee. Not even tea. Coffee. I'm going to do this application back-asswards because I want to put the brows on last to show that even if I have makeup, if I don't have my brows done, look at them, there's nothing there. So the hair's in rollers. The glasses are on because I can't see to find what I want to do. I don't think I'm going to do foundation as much as would have made sense if I'd had this stuff out first, wouldn't it? My allergies are killing me this morning. Let's get you situated. All right, hopefully you can see. I'm going to use Milani. None of these do I get paid for saying, and I'm at the very end of it, but I'm cheap and I'm not going to not use it. It comes with a little very dirty sponge. I'm going to use my small, very dirty sponge today. Now, this is very hard for me because I can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to have to duck now and then and look in my makeup mirror. All right, that is like a powdery foundation. I can wear this. It looks like I don't really have anything on, but it evens out a little bit of the skin tone, and it makes me feel like I did something. Let me look in the other mirror and see if I did something. I did something. All right. You can put on concealer anytime you need. A lot of times you see them say, put it on after this to see if you really need it. I normally put it on before because I know I need it, especially where I have such deep set eyes that right here, I almost poked my eye out just then. I want a lot of light. Can you see? I mean, that's silly, but how much more it brings my eyes up? And then just a little here. If I wanted to go cuckoo, I could try to do here. I don't want to go cuckoo, and I don't want to try because I'm not good at it. Pat it in, and pat it in. Same here. And then I'm going to have to look in the other mirror because I can't tell if it's patted in or not. But it's right there that I really want a lot of it. Did I get a lot of it? And if anything, we need a little more down here. There's never enough up there. I could probably drive myself crazy and put this on 5 times right through here. And I don't know if I walk out looking like a circus clown, but I feel better about myself. I'm taking a little longer right now because I'm trying to be semi-professional. I like that. I'm going to put that aside so I don't touch it again, because I will go back and try to do a little more 10 more times. I lost what I wanted to do next already. If I want my makeup to stay on my eyes, because it's going to slide right off, I know I'm 70, but I still have oily skin, especially eyelids. I don't know about the rest of you. Just a tiny bit of any kind of primer, just something to hold stuff. You can use a tiny bit of Vaseline if you wanted, just something to hold stuff. I wouldn't use Vaseline. Although talking about Vaseline, you know I use it at night. And when people say I have wonderful skin, And what do I do for regimens? I don't do the 16 pots and the $1,000. I can't. I couldn't afford it. I wouldn't have the patience. I wouldn't be consistent. I throw on Vaseline at night, especially in the winter. I didn't do it all summer. Let it soak in. My face feels fine. So that's what I do. Now, after you've put on any kind of primer, no, I'm not showing you because it doesn't matter what kind. You have to powder just a little bit. I do use a decent powder. I'm sure there are a million of them out there. This powder is probably 6 years old. If I don't powder right here after I do the primer, I'm going to have this blotchy eyeshadow that I cannot get to move. I'll use up any extra. Why not? Eyeshadow. I've got a very expensive, in my mind, eyeshadow brush. I hate it. I think it comes on too heavy. I've got a cheap brush that I've had for 30 years. It's just not quite as dense, I guess, it's my default. I go back to it every single time. So I have a palette, you know I do. I did not buy this palette. I don't have that kind of time to waste. Somebody gave it to me once, 3 years ago, and it's still good. All right, I can put a light all over here and a deeper in the crease. That's probably what I'll do. But by light, maybe in here somewhere. I'm not trying to do anything super, because first of all, I can't see what I'm doing. Second of all, I want to look okay. I want to look like, oh, she looks pretty good. I don't want to look at like, wow, look at her makeup. A deeper one is going to be deeper, maybe in here, because I want it right there, just because I've got such deep set eyes. But I don't want it to come down here, because that just droops them again. Now, to me, looking at this in the camera here, that looks absolutely ridiculous, but that's okay. And bring it down. I'm going to use my fingers because that's what I want to do. Is that too much? Is that blended? I'm asking you because I can't see. Come on, Michael. Want to be on my makeup film? He said no. I can't imagine why. All right. I think that's, if anything, too much, but we'll see at the end. And again, because I don't have my eyebrows on, everything is distorted right now. Eyebrows. Going to be the pencil that I got from Prime. I'm telling you, I love these things. This one is in a lighter color. It's probably a turquoise. I'm not sure. And because I don't want to look like I have a lot of makeup on today, I am only doing the waterline on the inside. What I sometimes do is then take it and go just on the very outside and kind of tie it in, because I'm trying to lift those tired eyes up. I think that's okay. Waterline is done. Outside is done. If I want to, I can put a tiny bit under here. You know I'm not really a fan, but I'll do a little. And I don't bring it, for me, all the way up and tie it in, because again, I need my eyes to go up. Unless I was taking my makeup and really winging it up and more or less out, I wouldn't want to try to tie that in. I really do like this pencil. It comes in black, brown, turquoise, and sapphire, I think. And as I said before, I don't see enough color in the turquoise and sapphire, but I would probably buy the brown for myself next time. I'm done. See it? No eyebrows. Holy mackerel. All right. A little bit of Bronze Goddess. It's just my go-to for contour, because it's really not meant for contour, so that if I screw up, I just have a nice bronze look. And I know you're supposed to do up there. I know I'm skipping around. Eyelashes. I do the Prime mascara. I like it. I mean, I like it a lot. It's enough of a difference. Look at that. That I will only use this now. You know, I'm not going to set the world on fire. hard to believe. And I don't do the bottoms. Eyes are done. I use a very inexpensive cheek blush. It's very light because now, as I do everything, I'm so gentle. Everything gets blended up and out. I am going to put on my lipstick. Every time I wear lipstick, you guys ask about this. It's from She Glam. Can't get less expensive than that. Sheen has it. It's a matte lipstick. It's called number 203 Wedding. Today I'm not using a liner. I'm only going grocery shopping. And by the time I get there, I'll have eaten the lipstick off because that's what always happens. All right, I need eyebrows. I have all my makeup on. Just enough to be out and about, but I did not do my eyebrows on purpose. I'm 70 years old, and they're non-existent. I mean, they're there, but you can count them when I look at them. I have never had thick eyebrows, but adequate. So I kind of know the outline, but if you don't, you can make one up because you're just penciling it in. I'm trying for the very first time the Prime Brow Pencil. It comes in 4 colors. It comes in blonde, a silver, an ash brown, and a brunette. I know that the darker ones will be too much for me. I will probably, maybe the blonde, maybe the silver. I might do one eye of each, but I hate to waste a good makeup day. We'll do blonde today. I can't find a pencil that puts them on softly, that I'm not constantly trying to find a way to blend them in, or they blend in to the point where they're non-existent again. Maybe. And I have very tough time finding a color because browns are too much. I'm just, the last couple of years, silver, and I'm getting into the grays more, but the blonde is what I've always used. So this is what I want to try. I think I'm keeping the glasses on. First, what it said was to brush up your hairs. Now, I kind of skipped that step because you see, I more or less don't have any. Okay, put this on. And you see the difference just doing that tiny bit does in my makeup? It starts to make it look like I have a face. All right, that's enough. Take the brush and brush them out. Now, you might be brushing out hairs. I'm really brushing the pencil because there were no hairs to brush. That's the blonde. Look at the difference between an eyebrow face and a no eyebrow face. A lot of times when I'm busy, or even I'm just around the house most of the time now, eyebrows get put on. This is the silver. From what I can see, the silver is too much for me. Maybe I'm being heavy-handed as usual. But I think the blonde is better for me. I'll tell you what I like. Just like the eyeliner, it's a lot smoother going on. I'm not fighting my skin to get it on. I can actually be more gentle, and I think it fills in well. So, do I love it? I think I love this. I think that's the color for me. Tell me if I'm wrong. That's the blonde. I like it. It went on smoothly. If it's anything like the eyeliner, it's going to stay all day. And I'll let you know that for sure. But look at the difference after I've put on eyebrows. Now I'm going to have to kind of wipe this off a little, put in the blonde, because I think there's enough of a difference that people are going to wonder what's wrong with me. Not that they don't already, but let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay. What I found with Prime is everything seems to flow a little easier. The application's a little easier. I know they say it's designed for more mature skin, I think it really is. I really like this. There'll be a code. I'll put it up. I like it. I think now I'll take my rollers off and see how the rest of me looks, huh? And before anybody does you're ripping your hair out, you lose 100 hair a day. If I had 100 hair in here, I'd be worried. I don't. And I'm not ripping it. I am unrolling it as I go. You can't even tell, but it's being unrolled. This is ripping. This is unrolling. There. All right, so by just leaving my hair on my rollers to let it cool and set, it's all set. I'll spray it, but I'm not going to fight with it more than that. If I feel like this is too much and too set looking and too old lady looking, I take my blow dryer for just a second. Bring it down just a little, but I don't take out all the body. Hairspray, because I don't tease it too much anymore, only because I have a granddaughter who likes to get her fingers in it. So I don't do much hairspray either, but what I'll do is just pick it up. There, I'm all done. Let it get itself situated for a minute. Make sure I got it at the roots. That's what you want to do, the roots. There. Have my coffee. Usually put on a load of laundry. And then usually fingers. Sometimes a brush. Especially the back where I can't see it so well. And I'm not going to spend too much time. So I come in with my vent brush that needs a desperate cleaning. And if I wanted more hairspray, this is when I do it. But all right, folks, I'm done. Took way longer than it does in real life. I normally can get this done. I normally can get this done in less than 10 minutes, start to finish. Today I was long-winded. Okay. I'm a happy girl. I hope that you get to try this. I think I'm in love with Prime Cosmetics. Thanks for watching. I'm done. As promised, here's a little clip introducing my squish, my heart. What you see is we had a birdhouse in one of the trees. We had to take it down when we cut the tree down. So she discovered it and is dragging it around, taking it for walks. Everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. And did you notice? Yeah, I bought her a slide. Life is perfect. Take care.